Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Night Legacy presented by Spellhold Games. A different name, but still the same content. My name is Eugene. Let's get right to it. We're here in round two, and this is Grixis Shadow versus Lands. Grixis Shadow, kind of a deck ported from Modern, trying to use the Death Shadow, a 1 mana 13/13 that is affected by how much life total that you have. The lower your life is, the bigger the creature. So they are constantly trying to bring themselves down as close to not dead as possible and get the biggest effect out of that 1/1. Or the 13/13, excuse me. Lands is kind of a classic control. They just play everything, all of the interesting lands that all of Magic has to offer from its history. Currently here, we have, it looks like, a Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale, so that's going to tax all of AJ's creatures, not that he's played any yet. An Exploration that lets him play an extra land per turn. Expedition Map that's going to get him any land he wants from his deck. Ooh, looks like we're casting a Force of Will. Pitching a Force of Will for a Force of Will to catch the Expedition. Okay. The other two lands that Michael has here, I believe that's an Urza Saga with the counter on it, and that's a Taiga. So Urza Saga going to be very useful either at creating creatures or getting a 1 or 0 mana artifact onto the battlefield from his deck. Ooh, here is a Death Shadow off of Expressive Iteration. That card being extremely powerful nowadays and forcing most blue decks to play red if they weren't already. Plays the Death Shadow off of 1 extra mana. Looks like AJ's down to 11, so Death Shadow is now a 2/2. Okay, here's a Sphere of Resistance from Michael, and his land for turn was Maze of Ith, which can target one specific creature and remove it from combat, thus making them take no damage. Okay, a Ponder on AJ's side. What we're seeing here is Michael kind of setting up a soft lock. It's getting to the point where AJ's mana is being taxed from the Tabernacle. He's having to spend extra money from Sphere of Resistance since all spells cost extra. And he can't actually get in with only one creature with the Maze of Ith available for taking a creature out of combat. Now, I'm not sure here. I don't believe Michael made the construct, but he is searching his deck for the 0 mana or 1 mana artifact. He's grabbed, I believe that is, why is the name escaping me? It's a Moxen of some Mox Diamond, that's what it is. So Mox Diamond comes into play. Looks like he sacrificed the artifact for it. He paid 1 mana because Sphere of Resistance makes everything cost more. Okay, it looks like a Daze has dazed. I'm not entirely certain what the Daze was for. He had to be able to keep the Mox Diamond in play as it was not cast. So I'm not entirely certain what happened there. In any case, the players have moved on. I do believe... Oh, the Mox Diamond is still in play. Oh, it was a Life from the Loam. Like I said in my first video, we're going to be working on this glare problem next week. It just turned out that we were underneath a bright fluorescent light on the bottom side players' side of the mat. So we are going to be working on that for setup next week so we can see the cards just a little bit better. Hopefully more like on the Grixis Shadow player side. A lot of mana being tapped here. I believe an Expressive Iteration was cast. Yep, showed the Daze. No point of the Daze, though. It doesn't have any mana. It kind of looks like AJ is kind of just killing time. I don't believe that Michael is in any dire straits here. He goes for another Urza Saga. Oh, no, he's shown a Thespian Stage. Going to try and kind of clean up this game. Lands typically winning through the Thespian Stage Dark Depths combo, where you put both of the lands on the field at the same time, copy the Dark Depths, and that creates a trigger on the fake Dark Depths Thespian Stage that will create the 2020 Merit Lage. You lose both lands, but you do get an indestructible 20/20. So it's pretty good and usually enough to clear out games. All right, we have a 2-mana Ponder here into, okay, what I believe to be a Ragavan. I'm not entirely certain what that other card is underneath it. If I do remember correctly, I think AJ was using some proxies in his deck, maybe. So not that he didn't already have the cards. The Ragavan here being the card that is actually in his deck. Casting a Crop Rotation. Rotating the Urza's Saga. Apparently we don't need the artifact. Grabbing the Dark Depths. Yeah, Michael is definitely looking to finish up this game here. The longer he lets it drag on, it's not that it's going to get any worse for him, but you know, the game won't end until he takes the initiative to. And there it is. Creating the Merit Lage. Appears that he did that on his turn, so he's going to have to wait one turn. Typically, Lance players like to do this at the end of their opponent's turn so that there is no sorcery interaction with their Merit Lage token, like Prismatic Ending. But I guess Michael is not afraid. Okay, and there it is. AJ has scooped it up, and we are into game 2. The aggro player always has kind of a bad matchup against lands, with lands being traditionally control. It's pretty difficult to interact. Oh, it looks like a pre-game action with the Lane of the Void. Now Michael has no access to his graveyard anymore. He's going to find out in a second here that exploration does not get to sit in his graveyard. It is gone forever in exile. But maybe it doesn't matter. Who knows? Force of Will for the exploration. That's why it's in the grave in the first place. We've got a Wasteland on both sides of the battlefield. A dashed-in Ragavan. Now, if Ragavan hits, I think just about everybody who's watching this video will know you get to exile the top card of your opponent's library and get a treasure token that you can use for any mana at any time. And he's using that mana for a Ponder. Michael goes straight for the Thespian Stage from a Crop Rotation. And Ponder resolved. There we are. And now it's Michael's turn. I think we're going for a very quick Dark Depths here. Grove of the Burn Willows, the other land that he has in play. There is a lot of scenarios where Michael can create the 20/20 here. And the Mox Diamonds pitches Wasteland, which gets the Merit Lage. So there you go. I believe that was turn 3 for a 20/20 indestructible flying creature. Grixis Shadow looking at mono, red, and Wasteland. Not a great combo for a blue deck, especially seeing him have to cast that Ponder off of his treasure token. Shows us the hand, and I believe that's the end. Well, we will be uploading round 3 shortly here, so I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.